Hey guys, welcome back, and in today's video I will be continuing my Prospect Spotlight series. In this series, I take a closer look at a player's strengths, weaknesses, scheme fits, and pro comparison as they enter the 2023 NFL Draft. Today, we will be taking a closer look at a major riser of the last few months and one of the most slept on prospects in this entire draft, and that is Northwestern edge rusher Adetomiwa Adeboware. If you are new to this series, I have done videos like this on a bunch of other prospects, so be sure to check those out as well. Before I get into it, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe if you are new, and leave a comment and let me know where you want to see Adeboware end up, and let me know which players you want to see next. But without further ado, let's get into it. Adeboware has really started jumping up people's boards after he dominated at the Senior Bowl. He played fantastic over there and really made a name for himself and put on a show in front of NFL scouts. He then followed up that performance with one of the best combine performances for all edge rushers. He measured out at 6'2", 282 pounds, and his testing was incredible. He had a 4.49 40-yard dash at 280 pounds, and he had really good numbers on both the vertical and the broad jumps. At 280 pounds, those are fantastic numbers to have. He's a fantastic athlete and is extremely physically gifted. The first thing you'll notice when watching Adeboware is his quick first step off the edge. Obviously, when you run a 4.4 as a 280 pound man, you're going to be fast, but it shows on game film. As soon as the snap is taken, he has already got his hands up, trying to make a play and looking to generate pressure, and he can do it pretty quickly. He has a great arsenal of pass rushing moves that he can use to attack the quarterback. He has a good swim move, he is good at slapping down the hands of the opposing linemen, and he has a great ability to get skinny and just slip between the tackles, which is always a very nice to have multiple pass rush moves. Not only does he have an array of moves, but when he rushes wide, he is a very good power rusher and is able to use his natural strength to bully the offensive linemen. Adeboware is also very versatile on the defensive line, which is extremely valuable to the NFL. When drafting him, you know he has the opportunity to play almost anywhere on your defensive line, and you would be comfortable playing him there. He has great speed and can be a good rusher off the edge, but he can also be a pretty strong interior guy, as he has a strong, solid base and frame. I could see him being a good defensive tackle in a 4-3, and he can thrive in any of these roles. Northwestern even played him as an outside linebacker in some situations, but honestly, I don't think that's a position he would benefit playing at the NFL, but it just goes to show how many different things you can do with him as a player. The most defining part of Adeboware's game is his run defense. He is constantly in the backfield, making plays on the running back, getting in the pile, and stopping a runner. He is very talented at just stuffing the run, and I think this is going to be his primary strength at the next level. He can rush the passer, and is good at generating pressure, but I think his primary strength is against the run. There obviously are some weaknesses in Adeboware's game. Adeboware had 31 quarterback pressures on the season at Northwestern, which is solid for sure. You need to be able to generate pressure, that's important, yet he only posted 5 sacks on the season. While he is good at generating pressure, he is able to make life more difficult for the opposing quarterback, he does struggle to finish off the play. While this is not a huge deal, and quarterback pressures are an extremely valuable statistic, I would like to see Adetomiwa be more dominant as a pass rusher and generate more sacks. Northwestern rotated him in and out of the lineup as well. I'm not so sure that he is an every down player. I think he could be a very nice rotational piece on a defensive line. I think he could fit anywhere on the defensive line, but we don't really get to see him run 3 downs. I don't know that that's going to be his primary use at the next level. Lastly, Adeboware is not very flexible, and he is sometimes driven out of the play due to a lack of flexibility. This is something that also causes him to lose balance and throws off the entire play for him. This is an area of his game I would like to see him improve upon. Adeboware is very scheme versatile, but I think he would suit best as a 3-tech and a 3-4. He would work best lined up on the inside of a defensive line, where he would be able to be a run stuffer and a rotational piece in and out of a defensive line. Coming up with a pro comparison was very difficult for Adetomiwa. It's tough to compare him to anyone because he plays so many positions, but I think the guy who I settled on for him to be most like is Christian Wilkins. They both benefit from playing in a 3-4 scheme, and neither are going to be fantastic with sacks. They're great at generating pressure, making life more difficult for the quarterback, but neither of them are going to have crazy sack numbers. They're both very good at generating tackles for loss, both very good run defenders. While Wilkins is bigger in terms of size and weight, I think Adetomiwa and Christian Wilkins are pretty comparable, and that's who I came up with. I'd love to hear who you guys have in comps to down below. Adeboware is a very interesting prospect with some incredible physical athletic tools that will benefit him come the draft process. With these tools, and coming off a very solid career at Northwestern, I expect Adeboware to be selected in the top 50 of the 2023 NFL Draft.